Man, it's cold out here. It's pretty cold out here. Happy New Year's. Now, I mean, Happy New Year's to all y'all. I was supposed to post this yesterday on Monday, but today's Tuesday, so just gonna work with it. Didn't mean to make it this late. It's the 4th of January. Happy New Year. You know what I mean? Happy late New Year 2022. A lot of people, you know how it goes every year. Every New Year they have a resolution. You know what I mean? A New Year resolution. They talk about, you know, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, when they're gonna do it, and be like, right when January 1st hit, they gonna get started, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, like 98% don't follow through with their goals, their dreams, their New Year resolution. You don't follow through it, you know? Usually they get real motivated. All that motivation from the previous year builds up for the next year. So that motivation will carry them for like a month. You know, for the whole January, they feeling good, you know, but they got 11 months left to keep that going. And once like around Valentine's Day, you know what I mean? Once February, middle of February, March start hitting, it's just back to old habits. And I think the way to break that is to make new habits, to make a different strategy, to have a schedule and a routine, you know, and you really need to be dedicated and focused on what you're trying to get done. If it's just motivation that's gonna push you through it, that's why a lot of people fail, you know, because it's not just motivation that can get you through it, it's discipline. And discipline is when you don't feel like it, when you don't want to, but you know you have to. You know what I mean? Because you know who you want to be. Because you know who you have to be, who you need to be. So discipline, it does that, you know what I mean? Motivation is just the beginning. Sometimes I get motivated, but a lot of times discipline, you know what I mean? Not a lot of times on my main channel, I feel like posting a vid every day, trying to keep grinding, waking up in the morning to be creative and try to get vids on this channel out, you know what I mean? There's not a lot of days where I feel motivated. Obviously, when you make the channel, you're motivated. When you make the channel, you're motivated. You can't wait to get that first vid out there, but after like a month, you know, or two, that motivation dies down, you know, and it's always exciting, but there's gonna be some days that's not gonna be exciting, and you gotta just push through. Just have to. You know, and if you're willing to change that much, you will do it. You will, like, you just will. You know what I mean? Because you have to. So like for me, my goals haven't really changed. It's the same. I'm trying to reach the top. I'm still grinding my main channel. Still trying to get vids on this one. Be consistent with this one. That's the goal for this one. Just be consistent. You know, post every week. And to stay consistent. My other channel is to grind on that one, the second reaction channel. Grind on that one, just keep going. Try and double the numbers, revenue, subscribers, views, like double it, you know? The amount of money I gave, double it. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to look forward to give more than I gave and just keep pushing. I remember I started YouTube January 3rd, 2020. And that was like a New Year resolution for me. I was like, once I get my iPhone 11, because it was around that time when I got my iPhone 11, I was gonna use that for my camera, like to use that as a camera, to use that as YouTube, all that. And as soon as it hit January 1st, straight to the gym. And I never looked back since, ever. You know, so New Year resolution thing, that is a real thing. It's just the fact that not a lot of people take it serious, you know? And yeah, you take it serious, but you don't want it like that. Because if you want it like that, you will still keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, life's gonna hit you. Life's gonna do, you know life. We all know life. Life is what it is. It's gonna throw curveballs at you. You know, fastballs. It's gonna do all that. Like, situations are gonna pop up, circumstances are gonna pop up, but you gotta know how to respond to that. And you gotta like stay aware and stay conscious of the fact that you can't let that like deter you from where you're trying to go. You know, you can't let that knock you off your path, knock you off your boat. You gotta keep sailing. You know, we all gotta keep sailing. I gotta keep sailing. You know what I mean? I'm telling this to myself as I'm speaking right now. You know, I'm just going by what I know. I'm just going by what I experienced. And if you're going to do this whole New Year resolution thing to try something new, you gotta understand the fact that it's not gonna the result is not gonna come the next month. I feel that's why people give up, because they expect everything to happen in February, and they don't see nothing happen in February, and then you give up. But like everything you start in, it's gonna be difficult. Everything, like anything you start new in, it's gonna be difficult. For me, I would say from my experience, whatever I start in, it take about half a year to start looking at to start really getting results. It take about half a year. You know what I mean? I always keep reminding myself that it's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen like in a month, in 2 months. You gotta really kind of like sit yourself down on a table and just like sign yourself your own contract. Like understanding like, hey, listen, this might take a minute. Are you okay with that? You know, when I did YouTube, I sat myself down and like gave myself like a 5-year period. 5-year period. 5 years, not 2 months. You know what I mean? If you trying to be an entrepreneur, do business, like whatever. If you trying to like be a great athlete, like it's gonna take time, man. It's gonna take time. Singing, dancing, being an artist, trying to make your name out of yourself. It's gonna take time. So you gotta sit yourself down and just be real with yourself for how long this will take you, like specifically you. You know? Oh, let me see how the exposure is, because some of the lighting be changing. Yeah, I'm trying to light it down a little bit. Oh snap! Sometimes the light be changing and stuff. It's just like when you go to school, you know, and like, you know, you don't feel like you're going to, you don't feel like you want to go to school some days. You just know, like, you know you're gonna graduate. You know what I mean? Even if it gets tough, like you know you're gonna graduate. Like you just know. It's just a matter of time till you graduate. But you know you're gonna make it there. So it's kind of like that. But like instead of school and like me graduating from school, it's like my next graduation is making it to the top. You know what I mean? So I see that as graduation, like making it to the top. So it's just like I could have some days I'm not feeling it, but I just know I'm finna graduate being successful. Like, you know? I'm not talking about like an actual graduation, you know what I mean? I'm not, nothing like that. But, you know, life is like a university itself. It's a huge library. You know what I mean? Just because you may not go to school or college or whatever, does not mean you cannot make your own university. Like the things I'm getting into, you know, learning more like basketball, like, you know what I mean? Understanding like the terminology of different screens, like all these little things, videography, cinematography, video editing, like all these things, bro, that's a university. Like you're in your own university. You're learning, you're majoring and stuff. You know what I mean? You're just not in a organized, official school, but you're still in a university. So when you're doing your New Year resolution, when you're making new goals, new dreams for this year, don't feel ashamed to like, you know, when people ask you what you're doing and you tell them what your goal is, don't feel ashamed because of where you at right now. 'Cause I know how discouraging it feels when you got nothing like you're doing what you're doing, but you got nothing's like happening right now. Because obviously nothing can happen overnight. But it's like you wanted to, so you could just say that when people ask you what you're doing, you know? But it's not how it works. It's not how it works. But you gotta own it, and that stuff manifests, you know? Now it's like for me, when I made my main YouTube, when I first started, I remember I had like 50 subscribers around there. And I was grateful for every single one of them. And then whenever when I get to a moment when someone asks me how I'm doing, because, you know, my age, like, you know, you're 19, people obviously think you go to college, you know what I mean? Or doing something that's like traditional thing. You know what I mean? And when people don't hear what's traditional out of me, it's kind of like, dang, like I wish I could just like say, but I'm making this and this and this. You know what I mean? Like I'm making this much, but I'm not making anything. Cause I just started. No revenue, no nothing. You know what I mean? I needed 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. And not just that, but also 50,000 total views within that year to get monetized. So I don't got that, right? So I got these and I'm just like, but I know I'm gonna get there, you know? Now it's like, now I'm able to kind of like, when people ask, you feel good. Cause now I'm making money. Like now, like, you know what I mean? Like you can kind of like lift your chin up and be proud, but it's like, you want to keep that same energy from the beginning too. Like don't feel like just because something don't seem like it is now, doesn't mean it won't be in like the next 3 or 4 months. Like a lot of things could happen in that type of period. You know what I mean? So always be aware of that and just be proud of what you're doing from beginning to the end. And then love what you do. Love what you do. Don't do because people, you know, tell you to do it. Love what you do. If you actually making a New Year resolution off something you love to do, that's a great start. That's the perfect start. Cause that's the foundation of it all. It's, do you love what you do? You know what I mean? So if you do that, that's a great start. So I'm at the point where I just know I'm going to graduate. I know that I'm going to graduate to get into the top. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, I already graduated from high school, but I'm just using that terminology, that analogy as getting to the top. I just know this is my next version of school, and I know it's gonna be a certain amount of time till I graduate. I just gotta keep on putting the work, keep on coming to class, studying, and excelling. And if I do that, you're gonna graduate. Whatever it is in life, you're gonna graduate for real. So, yeah, New Year resolution. A lot of people is not going to make it, unfortunately. Sad to say. I wish I was wrong. But I hope you do. You know what I mean? I hope you make it. And just keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. For me, when I really grind, when I really go in, I do that when I don't expect anything out of something. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain. Like, I do it unexpectedly. Like, I just love to do it. I don't really expect nothing to, you know what I mean? It's like when you give something to somebody, you don't expect nothing back. You just gave. But it's just the principle is gonna be you getting what's in return, you know, the rewards, all these type of things later on in life, you know. So that's when I grind the best. Is when I don't expect nothing. I'm just like, it's all natural. It's all like I'm just doing because I want to. And I feel like whenever I'm in that mode, that's when the most blessings comes. Because blessings comes when you aren't looking for them, you know. So I always keep that in my head, keep that in mind, and just stay authentic with it, stay passionate, and just do what you love to do. You know, because if you do what love to do, you'll do it for free. You know what I mean? So the money just come with it, right? So, yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Again, sorry it's running late, but I'm just glad that I was able to put this video out anyway. So, happy late New Year's, 2022. Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for me, man. Hope y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, stay healthy, have a great year. It's gonna be a good year. Expecting really good things this year, so love y'all. Peace. Woo! I'm out.